Hey everyone, welcome back to this week's Chile Wire Hot Take. It's going to be a good one. Earlier this week, New Mexico lawmakers convened for a special session to appropriate money towards SNAP benefits for families across our state. A much-needed move to ensure struggling families continue to receive support. And of course, it didn't come without a little bit of political theater. During the session, a state senator from Las Cruces took the spotlight with some dramatic commentary, twisting recent remarks made by President Trump aboard Air Force One. Let's take a listen.
We have a president who used hungry Americans as a pawn, as a malicious tool to try to exact his own negotiating strategy, because he views that hungry people are more likely to be Democrats. And that's not my words, that's his word, okay, about the states, of who this would affect. He said that on Air Force One.
The senator tried to paint Trump's comments as divisive, but let's be clear about what he actually said. Here's the video.
But all the Democrats have to do is say, let's go. I mean, they don't have to do anything. They don't have to agree. All they have to do is say, the government is open. And we only need 5 Democrats, but they've become a radical left party. They've become a very radical left party. And they've lost their minds. They've lost their minds. All they have to do is say, the government is open, and that's the end of it. And, largely, when you talk about SNAP, you're talking about largely Democrats. But I'm president. I want to help everybody. I want to help Democrats and Republicans. But when you're talking about SNAP, if you look, it's largely Democrats. They're hurting their own people.
President Trump was simply stating a fact backed by data, that individuals on welfare programs tend to vote Democrat. His point wasn't to criticize anyone, it was to highlight how his goal is to help everyone by ending the government shutdown and restoring stability. He even emphasized that the Democrat Party's policies have often hurt the very voters that they claim to protect, especially those relying on food programs that are increasingly unsustainable. And in classic style, State Senator Steve Lanier delivered the perfect comeback to the same legislators' remarks during a committee hearing.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Well, we can see that TDS is real.
To that we say, touche, Senator, touche. That's it for this week's Chile Wire Hot Take. We'll see you next time.